another person as crazy as I am. It's about that time again.
Hey, what's up guys? This is Yana on Will's channel. Today we're shooting a Shelby
GT350.
Yeah, under this bridge in downtown. We're here with Drew and Lindsay. I'm sorry. It's okay. We just met and I'm a horrible person. The car is gray and blue. That's my experience. You're welcome. Today we're going to be looking at customized Mustang. It has a black, blue, and gray wrap. Very graphic looking. On the front, we have a plastic thingy that's held up by metal things to keep the car secure. We have these like black, shiny snowflake wheels. They're very intricate. We have this thing in the center, the 305 Forge thing. That's a special car code that you guys don't know. This is a disaster. Now let's go check out this Shelby over here. Gray and blue Shelby over here. The reason we know it's a Shelby is because it has this snake in the front, the cobra. That's a unique Shelby thing. Oh my god, this is gonna be a disaster. Then we have this special tow thing in the front in case we want to tow this car. Now for the side of the Shelby, gray paint. We have doors. We have more snowflake wheels that are shiny with a red thing in them. The red is for decoration purposes. A nice wind thing. This helps the aerodynamics of the car. And another cobra on the back, just so people behind the car understand that this is a Shelby too, because you know, they need to understand. Exhaust pipes on the bottom because of how fast this car is. Flames need to come out of the back. Thank you guys. This was Yana's car review. I hope you enjoyed. I'll be back with more and telling you other colors of cars. See you next week.
Okay, so I'm taking back over. I'm trying to shoot the Shelby, just a regular photo shoot. And like literally, okay, so we have a Mustang here going full-fledged bass, way off in the distance. You can't see it. There's like a red JDM car or something. It's like a Miata wannabe, is like smoking his tires out. And then there was another guy who brought his Dodge Charger, Charger. He was like doing donuts here, and he came flying down, and now he's dead. So we got two cars doing donuts. We got one car just like blasting the bass in the background. We got motorcycles doing wheelies, and I'm just trying to take pictures at sunset. Okay, so we're lining up the GT350 for the final shots of this beautiful golden hour. The Muscle Gang has shown up, which is kind of cool because, you know, we got Camaros, we got Mustangs, we got Shelby, we got more Mustangs, but they're racing, which is sketchy because it's so close to our car. Look at this, just look at how this car looks right now. Amazing. It's impossible to shoot bad photos of this right now. Pop that wide angle lens on and we're in business. This Mustang is blasting the hardest bass I've ever heard. It is so funny. Here come our racing friends. I'm just trying to drive. Tuner cars doing tuner things. Guys, I'm out in Angeles Crest. Time to bring out the supercars. And of course it's Sunday, duh. And it's not a supercar cruising out my guy, Joseph Gatton, the GT500, who absolutely destroyed me on the way over here. He was cooking it like a good, I don't know, 60 miles an hour on the freeway, and we were trying to keep up with him. Guys, the lineup today, it's my friend Joey's birthday. And as a surprise, my day job boss is joining us. Hello, Josh. Do you guys want to see what cars are joining us today? Back to the vlog, second car day in a row. Yana and Drew. Lindsay rode in the GT500. What'd you think?
Wow, it's insane.
Joseph's the best. Joseph's the best.
That was nuts.
You guys, like, I was in second gear at like 7,000 RPMs off that start, and you gapped us like 40 car lengths in like 2 seconds.
It's about 45.
It was so fast. It was so fast. I was like, even with a tune, no shot. All right, we got to check out what other cars we have today. Joey Birthday Boy is gonna be whipping the BMW. We got Aston in tow. Dick, we got another Mustang. Convertible would be fun to ride in. And it looks like a various mixed bag of other tuners and American muscle cars. I guess we'll just see as we go. Sick paint scheme on the top of the GTR here. Wait, how old are you turning? 21?
40.
21?
21.
Okay, let's get in the Mustang. We're gonna need a huge head start to stay up with this crew.
Okay, well, see you all around the bay.
Okay, so you guys probably want to know why there's a rescue helicopter flying around Angeles Crest. First of all, this was not involving a car or anyone in our cruise. What happened was there was a biker coming down. I guess a car in front of him stopped or something happened where he basically rear-ended the car and then went down on the pavement. And unfortunately, he didn't have his helmet on tight enough. So when he hit the car, his helmet took that, but when he hit the ground, his helmet shifted back and he took full force on his forehead. We were like one of the first people to see it when we pulled up. So I had like a first aid kit in my car and I ran up, and the biker doesn't speak English and half the people there didn't speak English, and everybody was yelling in another language and they were trying to move him. Which, if you know anything about first aid, rule number one is don't move somebody that just had some kind of like blunt force trauma or hit something, because it could have a back or neck injury and you can complicate the situation. Second step is to make sure that that person doesn't go into shock, and that's exactly what was happening. This dude was hearing like 90 different people scream. He was bleeding so much from his forehead he couldn't see out of his eyes, and he was slipping into shock because he was doing like high, quick breaths from like up here and not down low. So I had to yell at everybody to shut him up, and I grabbed his hand and I said, I'm taking control of the situation. We told Joseph with the GT500, arguably the fastest car in the crew, to drive down the hill as fast as he could because no one had service. Fortunately, there was a fire station nearby that had a bunch of ambulances and a helicopter standing by, so it only took them about 10 minutes to get here, which was really great. Once they arrived, they pretty much took control, but between then and when we first rolled up on the scene, the number one goal was to make sure that this dude wasn't in shock. So what we did, oh, the helicopter's taking off. Yeah, you would think that they'd have something a little bit smaller that could land in these canyons easier. We used water to, first of all, we had to block off the lane because we were in traffic. People were flying down the freeway, and they tell you, like, even like a combat zone, you got to get somebody in a safe place before you can treat it for first aid. So we had to get it safe. We blocked off the road, then we poured some water in his eyes so he could see, and then he grabbed my hand and I said, I need you to breathe through your nose and out through your mouth and breathe slowly. So the guy's translating throughout all this. And then once we got him from going into shock, then we started to clear his eyes, and then we put gauze around his forehead to stop the bleeding. And by then, the EMT showed up. The lesson learned here is, one, Angeles Crest probably isn't the best place to bike. And number two, if you're gonna bike, make sure you got a tight helmet, because if this dude had a tight helmet, he wouldn't have had nearly the amount of forehead and brain trauma that he's probably dealing with right now. But the good news is, first aid kits were there, and enough people were here with fast cars to get attention when we needed it. All right, on to the cruise. Holy JDM squad rolling up. Look at this. So many Type Rs. I can't handle it. There's a Nismo GTR leading all these little chickadees into this parking lot. Look at how many there are. And then there's just the Mustang, just security. Watching all the little JDM boys come in. Found the crew. We can keep on going with the cruise. This day is like It's too much. I just want to have a normal day with my friends. One of these guys said, oh, now that all the police are down there, we can really have fun. I'm like, yo, I've been going as fast as I can go this whole time anyway. You mean you guys can go faster? I keep asking, like, Yana, I was like, oh, do you want to ride another car? You want to try something else? And she's like, no, I'm fine. This is the slowest car. I feel safest here.
I did not say it was the slowest car.
Your car is so slow. It just makes me feel comfortable when I want to.
That's a lie. No, what I said, I was being asked if I wanted to drive with Joe, and I don't know what kind of car he has.
A fast one.
A fast one.
Way faster.
And I was just like, no, I would rather stay with Will, so I'm just gonna hide in his car. And then Will took that as me saying that he has a slow car, but that's not what I'm saying.
I've had my brakes fail. I've had the back end spin out. I know what it feels like, and I don't want to repeat that. So we're being chill.
And we're driving through a canyon, so.
We're driving through canyons. I don't want to die today. Sorry, it's not on my list of things to do. Our neighbors got a colon in? I need to explain exactly what's going on right now and where we are, because you guys are probably insanely confused. First of all, holy accident earlier today. Glad that dude's all right. He got life flighted out. Finished the car cruise today. We got split up with the cars like 80 times and somehow kept re-finding everybody. Leroy Jenkins. And now we're on the way to our third shoot in 24 hours. I'm going to go shoot Chris's camouflage Huracan. LA being the way that it is, nothing goes to plan. So instead of being able to show up to the shoot location that I scouted, it is being absolutely swarmed by protesters right now. There's helicopters flying overhead. There's cops responding to the area. We're going to Peterson Museum as a secondary fallback location. And I'm trying to get Drew to come along as well. Drew was one of the girls who was with us today, who's very into cars, and she loves cars, she loves modeling, she's never modeled with cars. So we might as well break the ice with the camouflage Huracan today, so I told her to tag along too. I wanted to start shooting at 7:15. It is now 7:06, and we are not at the location yet, and I haven't heard from either party. So we'll see what happens, but you know what, it always works. It always works with a Bilco shoot, we always figure it out. More to come, dudes. Well, I was just about protests, man, they're everywhere here. I was just about to get out of my car and say, what a gorgeous location for a photo shoot. I was so excited. I was like, there's no cars here. The sun is in the perfect spot. Everything is lining up for a perfect finish to a very crazy day. And then security showed up. And I could see them like running up the ramp, and they were out of breath. And they were like, you have to go, you have to go. And I was like, I called in advance. You guys said this was okay. I'm so confused. And I talked with security and finessed our way in. So we got the whole roof to ourselves, and right on cue, there's our boy in the Huracan. What's up, Chris? Look at that. This is gonna be a good shoot. Well, there's another person as crazy as I am who can't get enough car stuff. This is shoot number 3 for both of us this weekend. First time with Drew shooting with cars, and it's going well so far because we already have fire shots and we still have golden light left. Fun fact that you guys don't care about this building, I used to come down to LA every single weekend when I was in the Air Force, 8-hour round trip, and I would stay with a friend and I could see this building from their house, and I was like, man, it would be so cool to live in a place that has like a downtown or skyscrapers. I could always see the SBE building, and now I can see that same building from my room in Hollywood. I kind of wanted to be there with that view for like, I don't know, 4 years, and now we're finally here shooting a Lamborghini on top of Peterson. I say we made it. Twin turbo Huracan. And he says he's taking it to Sheepy Race this week, and when they're done working on it, this thing's gonna push over 1,000 horsepower. I think he said like 1,200 or something crazy like that. Somebody's gonna die. We're trying to get him underneath that light. Keep going, right under the shadows. There. Yes, yes. Can I do this with one hand? Money all day. Okay guys, that does it for, holy hair. Retake. Okay guys, that does it for this vlog. I think I'm about to wrap this weekend because there's just too much crazy stuff that happened, which isn't really a bad thing, but like, we need a rest day. We're going YouTuber 2020 this year, guys. Videos go up every Tuesday, every Thursday, every Sunday. I've sold my soul for YouTube and for you guys, to make sure that you're sharing this with people, and
like, subscribe, share with a friend.
You heard it. All right, and go follow Drew on IG too. And I'll catch you in the next episode. Peace.
I might lie to you just to get through the night with you. Hope that that's alright. No, you lie to me, it's only right.